grind where, you know, it's not working, but you stick with it, you work hard and kind of try to see to make it work. You can adapt it to your life as well.
Yeah.
It's not just to do with, sport. It can be any aspect of your life where these skills are universal, like, as well. You can use them for everything.
But I think you would agree with me, the discipline.
No, yeah.
Like, I remember, like, when I was in Poland, my coach was always, if you will be 5 minutes late, you can go home.
Right.
Or there was a different sentence he was saying, if you're 5 minutes late, you better not turn up.
Right, yeah.
But that actually, what if I twist it around and use it in my life, and I don't like to be late?
Yes.
And that because it just rings the bell.
Just right, yeah.
Even if it's a meeting, if it's some like training or a course I'm running or I'm doing, you know, it's like, better not turn up because people will wait for you.
That's it.
You don't want to let people wait for you, you know.
Yeah. It's amazing how some things stick with you. Some people might say one wee thing.
Yeah.
You might maybe your coach has been in your life for a long time, but even like going back to teachers in school, I find words they might have said in school. Maybe just one time, only one and only time I've ever said it to you, yet it just sticks in your mind. Yeah. This wee thing that, you know, it became true, or it's a good thing to stick by.
But in a sport, it's, you know, you would hear quite a lot as well about, oh, Brian Magee has that attitude as an athlete. Brian Magee did this, but his attitude was this. Have you ever thought in your life what, like, even in school, you mentioned about school.
Yeah.
You know, teachers go, your attitude is really bad. Have you ever thought in your life what exactly attitude is?
I suppose it's how you go about, how you kind of, I guess how you treat other people. You know, if you're arrogant, or I've always found, like, you know, if you're arrogant or cheeky or maybe over cocky, you know, because I think that I also thought it was a lot to do with respect as well. Yeah. So it was for me anyway. But with me boxing and stuff like that, there, again, as a kid, you know, boxing's kind of learned me respectful for people, because obviously you're in. I mean, you're fighting at the world level. You always know there's people better than you out there, so you kind of put your feet back on the ground, where you get some kids that've done absolutely nothing in their sporting career yet, and it's good to sit and talk to them and listen to them in their word championship, which is a good thing. There's so much self-belief in themselves, but there's over-belief, and there's, like, you know, keep a grasp here and know what they're doing as well, like, you know.
Well, would you agree if I would say to you that the attitude is the composite of your thoughts, your emotions and your actions?
Right. I would say it's a mix of things, like, yeah.
Because if you look at it on the other way, if you have bad memory or something like that, your emotions going to be really bit down, and your actions would be not really good. If you come for a training, if you think about something and emotionally get involved with it, your attitude on the training wouldn't be 100%.
Well, yeah. Oh, without a doubt, I think it's like aspects in your life come out on your training. You know, like, I find as well, like, if there's problems in my personal life and like out there, it affects your training. You know, that's why the same boxing, that's why the training camp was invented. The first training camp was ever invented was for a boxer, you know, to get them away from drink, get them away from being bad, get their mind in the middle of nowhere, so there's no distractions. Like, you know, you look at Mike Tyson, had to go to training camp to get them focused. It's all about getting that focus and get that mindset on the fight. Eat, sleep and train, boxing or fighting or anything, like, you know, it does breed goodness, because there is, as you said before, the more distractions there are, the harder it is. You need to be stronger minded. But definitely that's the thing about being an athlete too, trying to get to the top, is not letting other aspects in your life get in. I find myself, I do shut up a wall. When I'm kind of, once I know my fights are right now, you know, I've got my family, I've got kids and this here, but when I come at the fight, I do be selfish where, you know, I'm training at this time, I'm training no matter what happens, I'm training.
Commitment.
I'm coming home, I'm having an hour's rest, and, you know, that kind of routine, a bit of routine about training, and everything becomes second then, where once something was first, like, you know, maybe, it was probably hard to say, but just say my children or something out there having this certain time, they've had to become second, where my training's had to come first then. It's put in the number one position. And it is hard, but my family's kind of dealt with that now, but, you know, obviously it changes back and forth, but then they become the focus of everything. They're never neglected or nothing like that there, but, you know, as a mindset, there's things go up and down and focus on what's priority.
One of the, you know, top life coaches, Tony Robbins.
Yes, nothing.
I'm studying all his programs, and he's just incredible.
Right.
You know, there's a tool called Triad. It's basically a triangle. He says everything starts from your physiology. He said about whatever you walk on the thing, and if you punch somebody, you know, and you can feel that you're going for it. But if you walk on the ring and you said you have your certain type of celebration in the start, you know, just to show off, like, you know, you can say that, see if your physiology was down, or if you look on your opponent and his physiology is down,
you feed off that.
You say, bang, go for it.
I've got him. He's scared. Yes, I've got him now. Exactly.
Well, you can agree that the physiology comes first.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And the way I said about the, you know, one of the chapters as well of that book, I have a suggestion about this, your self-talk. He said the second thing is your language. Right. Even on a training, you have the physiology on a training, you're ready for it, and next thing you use the language is I can do it, he's mine, well, you know, all I can do this, I can do that, and your focus, it's easy in that stage just to focus because you're getting built and have that confidence, that trial can be also used for your life because it can cover your career, your relationship, and it's not only your relationship with your family, it's also with yourself, with your coaches, with, you know, with your team and all the rest of the guys, and also your health. Okay, obviously as an athlete you're a healthy guy, but there's one thing Tony Robbins said as well, you have to balance them. Right. You know, to have successful life, to have successful thing, you have to balance them. You know, your career obviously as a boxer, as an athlete, you know, going well, you have your family, and like, you have a daughter now as well.
Two daughters now, had that, but I was away fighting, she was born while I was away, like, so it was a sacrifice I had to make in my mind, but you do, it's, you know, it rings true what you're saying there about, you know, the balance, you have to balance, because you can't neglect one and just totally focus on the other, and it is, to be honest, it's nice to have that wee break where you go to one thing, constantly go back to the other, but it's no mean to switch one off. One becomes a priority, one becomes the other priority, and switch it back and forward.
You need sometimes, like you said, you sacrifice something because most people would stick, you know, focus on something and it doesn't go and they get frustrated. Sometimes you have to let it go. Let it go. Like I find myself, I released quite a lot of things this year, and I'm more happy and I'm more open. You know, I was focused and I was frustrated, and I had that self-talk saying yes, go for it, and another self-talk, like old habit, you know, saying no, you can't do it, you can't have it, you can't be working with that guy, you can't do this and this and this, and I was like, put everything on one card, let it go, release, and just move on. Something's holding you all the time, you know. But
it's good. So that's the first step, is actually realising that something is holding you and actually being able to deal with it, where instead of going, God, what is this thing, or just sticking a snuggle. But that's a great thing to be actually realise what it is and actually be able to let go of what it is. But there's really about it that, like, you could use that in sport as well. Those things not going well, like training, you get in bad habits. Like for myself, I had a trainer, I changed trainers, and you know, but like, what is it they always say? They always say, like, sometimes a change is as good as a rest. You know, just to change everything, which is good, and that's how I find it in the training as well. I try to, I'm not just always boxing, like I'm here doing classes, I'm doing battle training, server training, just anything different that keeps you motivated. Training is training as well, but when it comes to boxing, I focus on, and then I'm in the gym doing the boxing, but outside I try to have variety and keep things fresh and different.
The way I asked you about your decision, you know, change is also involved in the decision.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have your decision, you have your team. But the main thing is, what makes you successful is you don't make changes in your team constantly.
No.
Whatever you see you need to get developed, you do small changes very slowly, but you do them. It's a part of growing. You know, you can't say I am doing something wrong or I am doing something right. You do it the way you actually think. You trust your intuition, basically.
It's not like a football team where the football team's going bad. I sack the manager, and I think they bring somebody new in, and that's going to be everything changed. You know, as you say, like, you know, problems are there, but definitely, like, I believe in loyalty too. Where if somebody's there, if they're giving me 100%, I try to give them 100% back. And like my coaches are all the time too. He wants, the better I do, the better he does. And it's a team effort, you know, and you breed that kind of team camaraderie and stuff between everybody.
The energy
of everybody.
You pick it up.
Because I do find as well, when I'm going to a fight there where I was a big underdog, you know, and some person doesn't believe in you, they go, fuck yeah, you know, I don't know if he's going to win this here. You go, what? Fucking get that snap out of that, let's go. Let's go and train. You're going to hammer and you're going to hammer and you're going to be the winner. You're going to do it no matter what underdog you are. You believe in yourself. That's why negativity breeds. It's like a disease or virus, a computer virus. I just see